Are you guys ready? Without further ado, from the Emmy-nominated drama Lost, executive producers Carlton Cuse and Damon Lindelof.
How are you? Hello, Comic-Con.
Hello.
Very exciting to be in the small room this year. Very intimate.
Just like a living room. Just very casual conversation. Before we start, we need to take care of a little business, don't we, David?
Oh yes. The business, yes, of course.
What is this picture you have here?
Oh, this is for those of you on the big monitor. It is a signed, autographed Judson Scott Wrath of Khan. He was uncredited, and one of my most prized possessions, and I like to carry it around with me pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I know who he is. He was in The Phoenix, and he was actually in a show that I did called The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. He played Gil Scott. How do you know that's his autograph?
Well, it's right here.
But how do you know that he, in fact, signed it himself?
What other kind of sick, twisted individual would sign Judson Scott's name on a photograph of him if it weren't actually Judson Scott?
See, that's the whole point. There's no proof. I mean, you don't actually know for certain that he signed it.
Well, I would say that the only way that you could be sure is if Judson Scott himself signed it right in front of you and basically handed it to you and said, "Here you go, Carlton. My name is Judson Scott."
What if I told you there was a place where you could get exactly that, an autograph that with a video message of that person signing that item so that you would know it was authentic?
I would say, Carlton, such a place could only exist in dreams.
Well, it does not exist in dreams anymore. There's a site called liveautographs.com, and we are talking about this because Damon and myself, along with the following cast members from Lost, Matthew Fox, Evangeline Lilly, Josh Holloway, Jorge Garcia, Naveen Andrews, Hyunjin Kim, Daniel Day Kim, Michael Emerson, and Henry Ian Cusick are going to offer signing services on this for the benefit of this fantastic organization called Stand Up to Cancer. And you guys may not know about this yet, but there's a Stand Up to Cancer shirt. There's going to be a network special on September 5th at 8 o'clock. All three broadcast networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC, are going to have a 1-hour special, and this organization is committed to nothing less than eradicating cancer. So if you want to buy any signed memorabilia from us or any of those cast members, and we're also auctioning off a special trip, you can either go to liveautographs.com or you can go to standuptocancer.org and get that stuff.
I love talking business. It's my favorite part. Obviously, for those of you who haven't been to a Lost panel before, Q&A is a big part of our panel. A lot of it is about you asking us questions and us giving you answers. We really haven't talked at all about Season 5, saving it for you guys here. So we're going to get to the Q&A almost immediately, but there is one other piece of business that we have to talk about.
We have some sponsorship issues. Lost is now moving into its later years. Obviously everyone knows the advertising models for television are changing a lot. So we've actually taken on a sponsor this year for our panels. A little bit like American Idol. As you can see, the Dharma Initiative is actually sponsoring our panel this year.
It's a weird case of life imitating art, but now the Dharma Initiative apparently reconstituting, reforming. They have a booth out on the Comic-Con floor, which Carlton and I had to wait for an hour to get appointments in. Many of you probably have been turned away there, but the one...
I cut the line.
Yeah, the one here was that we had to cede 5 minutes of our panel time to the Dharma Initiative themselves, and they've sent their executive vice president in charge of recruiting, Mr. Hans von Egan. So if you guys are
he's here, he's coming out right now. He's going to talk to you a little bit about their recruiting efforts.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Lindelof and Mr. Cuse, for giving me time on your panel to discuss our current recruiting efforts. As many of you know, we have been conducting an extensive campaign, both here in San Diego and in the national media, to find top-quality men and women for the latest iteration of the Dharma Initiative. In fact, over the last 3 days, right here on the convention floor in San Diego, we have administered hundreds of ASR tests, aptitude, suitability, and readiness tests, to those recruits who we believe were of the highest caliber. And I am here to discuss the results of those tests. They were abysmal. In our wildest imagination, we could not have predicted this result. I mean, truly pathetic. You see, we believe that this was the ideal gathering to find top-quality men and women to serve in this vital mission. But instead, we found you. Boys and girls in a state of perpetual arrested development. You all sicken me. But perhaps it would be best if I just simply play the tape of some of our tests and let that speak for itself. I've also added a musical soundtrack so that you simpletons can enjoy.
Oh my God. Awesome.
Run the tape.
Jeez.